said them to you in confidence,
right,
as I was bouncing them off of a friend, because I told you I trusted you with this.
Right.
It wasn't that I was going around the house, and I haven't said it to anybody else.
And everything
because
that I've
I trusted
said, Amber,
you, Dustin.
I've told you.
Okay,
Amber,
it wasn't that I was like
everything that I've
anything.
said, I've told you.
There's something's going on
about
here.
You, and
you know, you kept asking me, "What's up, Dick? What's up? Something's up. Something's up." Okay.
Eric's in the room right now between the two big beds. I almost stepped on him. We went to wake Dustin up, wide awake, sitting there. And
I've been in the diary room for the past hour, I'm just like going crazy at you guys.
Trust me, everybody here is. But the root of all of this bullshit at the bottom is Eric. Okay, Danielle saw it. She told me first. You know, she told Jessica. Jessica saw it, and she felt completely and totally betrayed. The entire next day, she was moping around, totally pissed off. And Eric got in her ear, and now they're all slap happy buddies again. And from Jessica's standpoint, Eric would never put her up. Eric would never vote her out. Well, maybe he's going to have to. Period. End of story. He would not want to sit final two with Jessica. No way, no how. Okay, but he's played us off of against each other because we were fine a few days ago. Okay.
Yeah, we were totally fine.
Let me just address one thing.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
But you went to
a lot of people will say that they don't appreciate the way that I call people out and this and that and everything else, but they'll sit back and they'll reap the rewards of it and the benefits of what I do. You might not like how I do it, but the things that I have done have ended up being good for the group in general. And I put my neck out way farther than anyone else, and I have the biggest target on me way more than anyone else in this house, and I understand that. You know, when it came down to who's going to go on slop, Amber volunteered. I said, no, I will do it. I haven't been on slop. And I did it, and that was fine, and I was cool with it. You know, we voted Nick out, which he would have never put her up, never voted her out, never put me up, never voted me out, would have never put her up, would have never voted. The only person that Nick was a threat to was Eric, and it was only perceived. He said from day 2, the whole thing, he's the Drew, he's so likable, this and that, and he was setting it up from the very beginning.
Right.
And dude, I'm telling you right now, all of a sudden it was like, all of a sudden, you know, you and me go from, you know, hugging when you get HOH to the last 2 or 3 days where we're at each other's throat, and you're telling her to put me up, and I'm telling her that I'm going to put you up. What the fuck happened? What happened was, Cal and Jen, me and Danielle, that's over. He needs another two, so he can sit back and he's safe again. Fuck that. That's what I've been saying from the beginning. He's been too goddamn safe. He's setting it up. He's in your ear. He's in her ear. She's hearing that you wanted to get her up, you know, and all it is you get people boring and you take the attention off of yourself. If you get people, and I've seen it in past seasons, that's why Will and Bookie kept Janelle and Erica in the fucking house. They didn't want to get rid of them when they had the chance because they kept at each other the entire time. And if they're at each other, then they're safe. And that's what fucking Eric is doing. And right now he's using me and you and Amber and Danielle because the whole Kale and Jen thing, he's flipping out over. Because we're not boring anymore, so he needs somebody to be boring, so he's safe. I'm not going to give that to him. Are you? What I proposed to Amber, I'm like, listen, if doesn't a truce for the week, and it'll give us a chance to talk and to work this out. Okay? I didn't know that you'd come popping out tonight, and we were going to talk, and we can probably settle this tonight. But I figured, you know, right off the bat. You know, because Amber's like, you know, you just said that you would put Dustin up. And I'm like, well, he's going to put me up if he gets it. So, okay, let's call a truce. All right? I get it. You guys don't put us up. You guys get it. You don't put us up. I get it. You guys don't go up. Everything's cool for this week, and we can take it from there. In the meantime, the guy that's fucking working every motherfucker in this place has the final 4 figured out with every configuration of everyone in this place needs to go. Did you tell him about the whole thing with the boyfriend?
Oh, he knows. Oh, he knows the actual lie. What I lied to my boyfriend about.
Do you know that Eric knows it and said he's keeping it in his
No,
pocket?
I want to know about that. Did he came to you?
Yeah, and to her separately. I didn't know that she knew.
When was this?
I don't remember, dude. It must have been a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Right after I told him.
Was it during my head of household reign?
It had to have been. I think it wasn't. I was before. I don't think it was during.
Had to have been.
I honestly can't remember.
So I just told him like a week and a half ago.
He came to me and he said, I know something about Amber, the thing with her boyfriend, this big lie, that when I expose this, everyone in the entire house will change their opinion about her and will want her gone the next day. They'll see her for what she really is.
Amber, I can't help but fault you for the fact that you confided in him.
I know.
But the fact of the matter is, I don't believe, and I'm saying this truly, that anyone else in this house would
be
hold
willing
like
to
that.
do
That's all he has on me, though. He has nothing else. Because he doesn't know what to do with me because I've never fucking done anything wrong to anyone nor said anything. So he has to use my boyfriend.
Well, why do you think that I don't expose anything about my life, the things that only you know, to anybody in this house?
I know.
Because you're the only person in this house that can know those sorts of things, you know?
Why do you think that when people come after me, like Jen or even you, instead of going to me with anything they think that can hurt me, they go to Danielle? Like you were, making fun of her going in, the princess or whatever the heck you said last night.
Said America's sweetheart.
And then like, yesterday when she was going into the DR, I saw what you did behind her back, and it's just like, these are things, it's the same thing, but they think that you, Jen, same thing, that it's a way to get to me, getting to her. And that's all, all of the shit just needs to be put aside. We need to sweep all the shit aside and see what the bottom line is. Who's at the bottom of all of this? And it's Eric every single time.
Well, the reason being, Danielle, is like I said to you the other night, was the fact that, your dad does do the things that he does. And I've only heard from you once this week, this entire week.
What have I ever done to you, Dustin?
Absolutely nothing. But
and
the fact that
and what you did to me yesterday, I came out here and I started crying. You hurt me so bad because I take so much because of the things that he does, and people pawn it off on me. I'm not as thick-skinned as him. I have feelings. I have emotions. I came out here and I started crying because that really hurts me. I've never done anything to you, ever. And for you just to do that and mock me like that in front of all those people, and not just all those people in there, but everyone who's watching the show, that hurt me so bad, Dustin. So bad, because I've never done anything to you, ever. I've had no reason not to like you, ever. I've told you, like a few weeks ago, I went up to you and I gave you a hug and I told you that I want you to know that ever since day one, when you came up to me and we had a talk, that I felt, like I really appreciated that, and I really appreciate you being in this house. Like it means something to me. And for you to turn around and do something like that to me for no reason, you really, really hurt me. I came out here and I started crying. And I don't cry when Jen says stuff to me or anything else. But what you did, you really hurt me.
And I apologize. And I knew at the time exactly what I was doing would hurt you. And I truly am sorry. And I will say that the rift between me and you began in the beginning of the week when you got down off of the head of household competition, because you had ideas in your head and your dad had ideas in his head about who was separating the group. And the fact that I put Nick up last week, I felt like you personally held it against me for what I did.
Amber, did I not just tell you?
I understand that, but a conversation with me would have totally, absolutely clarified that.
Me that. Everyone in this house assumes things about me. I get it from everyone. They assume things about me. They don't ask me. Ask me, I'll tell you. I've told Amber, I've told him, I've told so many people. I hold you not responsible at all. Who do I hold responsible? Eric, because it was his fault and he did everything. You know you were put in a bad situation. Yeah, the whole POV thing sucked, and that had a lot to deal with it. I blame you not at all. It was the whole situation. It was the things that Eric put in everyone's head and manipulated everybody and put out there. Not you. I've never blamed you once. If you would have just asked me, I would have told you that.
I understand that. But it was the way in which you were avoidant of me and
I've avoided everybody.
Everybody in the house. I understand that. And then, but for you to say things like, no one comes and visits me in my HOH room, it's because we're giving you your time.
And that's fine.
But it was the way that I had said, I don't want you to hold it against me that Nick's gone because I know that it hurts you. See you in the kitchen?
He's doing the sleepy thing again. He's going to the bathroom. Just keep your voices down because you can hear in there.
Mm-hmm. It was the way in which you treated me. I felt like you were holding it specifically against me. And I'll be honest, when my key was pulled first, I took major personal offense to that.
How is that offensive?
Why though?
Well, Eric's key was